spent the night at Walmart. Good old Walmart last night. I actually spent the night here the last 2 nights. But one thing that I discovered that I highly recommend for any of you car dwelling folk out there, if you're gonna be traveling, camping, whatever. These earplugs, they're like a silicone putty earplugs. These things are insanely good. They block out the noise. You're completely in your own world. Like, you don't hear anything. There was somebody last night in the parking lot running a generator at like past 1 a.m. and I put in these earplugs and you couldn't even hear the generator. I slept way longer than I should have because I'm just completely blocked out from the world. They're great. You know what? I met a super cool guy when I was in Grand Junction named Mickey. He's a subscriber to the channel, and Mickey was the one who suggested these, so shout out to Mickey if you're watching this. Anywho, I've been here in Cortez, Colorado for the last couple days trying to deal with like video editing and uploading and all that stuff, so I'm gonna get out of here today and I'm gonna continue my travels, and yeah, let's get going. Hey there. Just one. Thank you. So I'm pulling up to the Four Corners National Monument, which is where New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, and Colorado all meet. And I wasn't planning on stopping by here, but I saw it and I figured, when else am I gonna be passing through here? So let's check it out. Well, that was a complete and utter total waste of $5 and time. I did get a chance to go to the bathroom at least, so there's that. But yeah, this is a complete touristy, gimmicky thing. I mean, you get to stand on the four corners, but I'm not gonna wait in line to go stand somewhere on the ground that has no differentiation between other places. Whatever, if this is your kind of thing, that's cool, but I'm getting out of here. Kind of had a feeling that that was gonna be a waste of money, but I figured I'm passing through, might as well check it out. But it literally was, I wouldn't recommend going here. If you're ever in the area, just keep on passing by. Oh, my love, my darling. Look at that. Look at that little village they got going over there. Wow. This is dispersed camping. They got like an entire village over there. I've had this freaking firewood since Moab, since the day where I started to have a fire, but it was too windy, so I put it out. I'm gonna use this tonight. We're gonna get rid of this once and for all. We're burning you tonight. Now, this is an OHV area, off-highway vehicle area, so like dirt bikes, rhinos, ATVs, all those kinds of vehicles. And so I'm hoping that people aren't ripping through the dirt all night and I could catch some sleep. But I have my earplugs either way, so I think we're good. Colorado native amber ale. I miss Colorado already. I shouldn't have left so early. Oh crap. I love IPAs and ambers. Those are my, oh my gosh. You hear that? They're ripping out there. I'm just messing. I honestly wish I had a dirt bike. I'm kind of jealous. Now in an area like this, you definitely don't need to bring firewood because there's so much wood everywhere that you could, you know, collect and use to burn. But I've just had this store-bought firewood for literally like over a week now. I got it in Moab because I was camping in an area where you weren't supposed to collect wood. So we gotta get rid of that today. So the key to tofu, if you guys have not cooked with tofu, you want it to, you want to really make sure that you are absorbing as much water out of the tofu as you can. Whether that be with a paper towel, a rag, a tofu press. They have actual tofu presses that squeeze the water out of the tofu, which I should probably get because it's kind of wasteful to be using paper towels like this. But anyways, if you're cooking with tofu and you want the tofu to be flavorful, you're definitely going to want to drain out the water. Tofu's like a sponge. As long as you get all the liquid out of the sponge, it'll be able to absorb all of the flavors from whatever seasonings or marinades that you're going to be using. So what we're making today, I found these Chinese style lo mein noodles. I think they're basically just like pasta. And it's it's wheat flour. Yeah, just wheat flour. It's basically pasta. But I'm gonna be making a really, really delicious noodle dish. This is a staple go-to. You could really use any kind of noodles. You don't have to use lo mein noodles. You could even use like top ramen packets, udon noodles. I usually use soba noodles, which are buckwheat. But today we got lo mein, Chinese style lo mein noodles. So just gonna throw our noodles in there to get cooked up. These are the sauces that we're gonna be using today to make this noodle dish delicious. We got soy sauce, maple syrup. This is not sambal olek, but this is a very similar sauce. It's the same thing basically, just a different brand. And also some sesame oil. If you don't know what sambal olek is, it's chili garlic sauce. Delicious. I'm gonna add in some of our broccoli as well. Some salt, some garlic powder, cracked pepper, the vegetables are already starting to blacken a little bit, so we're going to add some more oil because when you're working with tofu likes to stick to the cast iron, so you just gotta add a little bit of extra oil. And I'm crumpling the tofu, but if you wanted to, you could definitely cube it or, you know, do whatever else you want. Make circles, triangles, stars. But I personally, I like the texture and the flavor of crumpled tofu. So let's give that a stir. And the tofu will definitely stick to your cast iron if you choose to cook this recipe in a similar way. You just gotta accept the fact So you're gonna have to scrape up your cast iron after, but it's all right. In goes our cooked noodles. Right away, we're gonna add a good amount of soy sauce. This is flavoring a lot of food, so don't be holding back with the soy sauce. There goes the soy sauce. Right away, we're also gonna hit it with a bit of that maple syrup. Now we're gonna incorporate that all together. Now we're gonna add a little bit of that chili garlic sauce. And I say a little bit, but I am very liberal when it comes to the amount of hot sauce used. So I use a lot. All right, we're killing the heat. Last but not least, I'm gonna drizzle it with a good amount of sesame oil. There you go. And I always do the sesame oil at the end because I don't like to cook with sesame oil. It's not really an oil you want to cook with. And so that's why I just drizzle it on the end for flavor. And it still gets a little bit roasted since we're still pretty hot here in the cast iron. Oh my gosh, this looks good. Breaking out the chopsticks for this dish. Oh my gosh. Of course, if you guys don't like tofu, you just use chicken or shrimp, beef, whatever floats your boat. But I think with tofu, it works really well. You could add way more vegetables to it too. This is just what I had basically. I like to add edamame a lot of the time, bok choy, snap peas. All right, I'm gonna stop talking. This is really solid. This is one of the better things that I've had on the road so far, honestly. One of the best, one of the top, definitely. I encourage you guys to make this at home. Super easy. Ooh, this is risky. This is risky. There we go. I just got to Starbucks and I'm finally gonna go in and upload this video so I could get that out of the way. Well, that took forever. I've literally been here in Starbucks for the last like 4 or 5 hours. It was a pretty large video file, so that's why it took a long time to upload it. It is like, there's like a freaking hurricane going on outside right now. It's super, super windy, which does not make me want to drive very far or long distance with this camper because driving in the wind is not fun. Anywho, I think I'm just gonna end the video here. Thanks like always for tuning in. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, maybe even consider subscribing. You should subscribe so you don't miss another video in the future. You guys go out there and go on some adventures of your own. Live life, beat the status quo. Y'all know the drill. Enjoy the rest of your day and I'll see you in the next one.